authorities say they are working to meet the country's financial obligations to the East African community. As of last month, South Sudan owed the bloc over $27 million, prompting activists and regional lawmakers to call for its suspension. Now, with more on this, here's CGTN's Patrick Oyet.
South Sudan's government owes the East African community $27 million, and that puts the country's fate up for discussion in the regional bloc's meeting scheduled for November this year.
We urge for patience and understanding, because we have not failed out of that, as a result of bad will, but as a result of some of the problems that cropped up in our country, such as war and so on, that has depleted some of our resources.
The civil war that broke out in 2013 disrupted oil production. South Sudan relies on oil money to fund 98% of its budget. The country became a full member of the East African Community in August 2016. As part of the East African Community, South Sudan benefits from regional infrastructure projects like Mombasa and Dar es Salaam ports. The East African Community Treaty, Article 143 and 146, allows the suspension of a member state that fails to financially contribute to the bloc. A suspended partner state shall cease to enjoy benefits provided for under the treaty, but shall continue to be bound by membership obligations until the suspension is lifted. South Sudanese people in the capital, Juba, have been reacting to the news of a possible suspension from the East African community.
We have so many issues that we need to handle in our houses. When I talk about the houses, I mean South Sudan as a country. We really have so many things that we need to tackle. And paying this $27 million US dollars to joining the East African community is too much money. This money can be used in doing some developmental things that need to be done in this country.
It's going to be bad on us, because if our government didn't pay this money, it will affect us also. Because if the business people, maybe they went to East Africa, they buy something there, they bring good thing into South Sudan, it will be difficult for us.
South Sudan's members of parliament in the East African Legislative Assembly say Rwanda faced a similar challenge after joining the East African community. Kigali managed to mitigate the effects by negotiating various flexible arrangements, including longer transition periods for implementation, so South Sudan may be able to follow Rwanda's example as it tries to avoid suspension from the bloc. Patrick Oyet, CGTN, Juba, South Sudan.